Emergency crews in hazmat suits, a patient with a deadly pathogen, and it's playing out in Lansing. But not to worry, it's all part of a statewide emergency management drill. Good evening, everyone. I'm David Andrews. Ann is on assignment. Today, hospitals from Detroit to Grand Rapids held a training exercise, practicing exactly what would need to happen if a patient with a deadly infection needed to be transported across the state of Michigan. News 10's Jaden Hawkins got a close-up look.
Some infectious diseases like Ebola and Hantavirus rarely touch American soil. But if they ever do, emergency management specialist Tyler Cassidy says you want to know that your local doctors and nurses are ready.
What our plan here today is to practice or exercise transferring a patient from one ambulance service to another ambulance service for a special pathogen patient, so a patient who has a highly contagious infectious disease.
The emergency crews start in Detroit, transfer in Lansing, and end in Grand Rapids at Corewell Health, one of just 13 facilities in the country equipped to treat special pathogen patients. Jay Fiedler with the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services says transporting someone this sick requires layers of protection.
They have their full Tyvek suits, they have respiratory protection, they have gowns, gloves, you may see aprons on as another level of protection.
Officials tell me there's not a particular incident driving today's exercise. In fact, situations like this are uncommon, but that's why it's so important to practice these drills.
The goal is to understand what our process is, where those gaps are, what we can address to mitigate those gaps, and make sure that our plan is ready to go.
Cassidy says if this scenario ever became real, it would normally happen in a secluded hospital setting, and the process is designed to keep dangerous pathogens contained and away from everyday life. Reporting in Lansing, Jaden Hawkins.